I'm gonna make this one a little bit long because I just want to talk about hell and truly what actually kind of hell is. And hell isn't really what people think it is. Like the way that and we do gotta blame Dante's Inferno. Uh, I think it's Paradise Lost. There's also Paradise Lost, which I think it's like a story about Adam and Eve and the devil and everything about them. But beautiful story. Don't get me wrong, beautiful story. But all these stories did not help in the illustration of hell or help get the aspect of hell across. It's not explaining hell to its most to its actual form. It's kind of giving us these pictures, these things, these like demons, these hell caverns. It looks all dusty and everything. It looks like New York City. Hell looks like New York City, just rugged down and everything. COVID times and everything. But but on a real note, hell. I'm gonna go explain what I think hell is and what I think hell looks like and what I think you're going to, what hell is going to be like. Because legitimately, hell was actually, the first thing we need to first understand is hell is not made for humans. It's made for angels. It's made for demons. Okay, it was first made for Satan. It was for him and his followers. Okay, he went there and made a plan or whatever you want to say. That's where Dante's Inferno, them plotting and everything, or Paradise Lost, them plotting and everything. They come back and try to and fall of man or fall of Eve, fall of Adam, ate the apple and everything. Through that, we now have access to hell because we strayed away from God in that moment, or Adam strayed away from God, which led to all of us from straying away from God, which it's fair, you know. Basically, tree follows fruit. Like where the fruit will fall, that's where the fruit will be. You know what I mean? There's no need to look this way; just look down. But in the same sense that hell is not made for for humans, we also got to think about it in that aspect also. Meaning, if anything, it is not going to be nothing. I feel like it's not going to be nothing physical that we have ever even thought about. That's the most important thing I understand, because what we are two completely different things. And what the locations they were trapped at versus the location that where hell is and where they got trapped at was in a completely different, it's in its completely different space, completely different time. Hell, it's actually completely in its own different space, time, whatever, but it's still encompassed in God's time, meaning he has control over it and governs over it. What is hell? Hell is actually the presence of no God. So you see how on earth, if we were to look at this like a big Kabbalah tree, take my head as heaven, take my mouth as earth, this is the earth plane, take my heart as hell. And this is the whole thing encompassing God's time. Through all of it, you still see God's presence, right? But at the top of heaven, this is where you see God's presence be the strongest, right? That's heaven. Earth, 50-50. We could still feel his presence. Hell would be no presence of God. And the same way that I said, like, the Holy Spirit is refining, the Holy Spirit is trying to refine you, is trying to marble you, is trying to polish you, is trying to like make you look all nice so it can bring you closer to God. It's going to do the complete opposite in hell, where you'll feel no presence of God. And honestly, I don't think none of us truly know what the no presence of God actually feels like, because you want to know why we're always feeling God's presence. Be real. On if you're on earth and you're just here and you're allowed to just chat, you're allowed to chat, like say God isn't real, Jesus didn't die, blah 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 blah. You're allowed to chat all that. That's God's presence. That's his grace. That's literally his grace. Like, that's literally what grace is. It's allowing you to continue to do that, whatever, until you die. Then are you going to be completely in his presence, or are you just going to stray completely away from his presence? And that's what I truly believe, like, hell is. So for all I know, hell could be a pit of darkness or a pit of whiteness. No one ever talks about that. Everyone talks about hell being completely black. Bruh, anything completely white is just as scary as completely black. That's like being stuck in like Antarctica or some shit, and you're just stuck in a snowstorm. Bro, that is torture, and it's endless in eternity, and there's no God, and there's no God, meaning you don't have that feeling of wanting to do better. You don't have that thing of mercy. You don't have that thing where like that human process to you. You don't got that no more. And I don't know how to explain it. You'll probably see it in people on this plane or like serial killers and shit like that. But I think it's further than that. It's way further than that. It removes like hope. It removes like dreams. It removes like destiny or something. It removes something away from you that once you get to hell, you're actually gonna be like, okay, so this is what it means to like legitimately no presence. Like this is what it means when I said I want no God in my life. This is what no God in my life means. And you're going to feel that in its entirety forever and ever. And that's your choice again. And again, apparently based on what you do throughout your life too. So we'll just see. I'll see how I do when I get to the end of my test. But that's what I think hell is. And I think heaven would be the complete opposite. Where in the sense of I don't think heaven is I think heaven may be. I low-key think heaven may be, it may be the way people illustrate it, but this is what I think heaven is. Again, I told you what I think hell is. I'm going to tell you what I think heaven is. I also think heaven is where God, he gives you your own dimension. Like, I'm not lying. I honestly think where heaven is like he gives you your own earth, and your earth is populated by the people you love. So everyone you see on earth here that you love and everything and all that, they'll be the same people that will be on that planet when you die and everything. But it won't be them. It'll be like your projection pieces of the ones you remember from here. And in some way in heaven, in some way, through those projections still, they're able to like pop in and everything, but your consciousness is spread throughout. This is where you can have multiple heavens, where people can be in a lot of different heavens a lot, but also just be in one location. It's like a time variant kind of multiverse situation kind of going on there. I think it's heaven, but that's me. And then again, but then my also another part where I think heaven can be too is where it's just the same thing as hell, where it's just completely white, completely black, but you feel so at peace. Like you feel so at peace. You're not gonna care. Like you're not gonna care you're in darkness. You're not gonna care you're in the endless. You're not gonna care you're in infinity, eternity. You're not gonna care because you are that. Like you understand that, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I was always with him. I was always good. So you just moss. So you just chill. That's literally what I think heaven is, where you just chill. You know? Where you just literally chill. People want to try to connect to you through that, they do that. But that's what my idea of like heaven and hell is, and how these concepts actually are. And I'm only 26, so I'm gonna be hopefully I'm gonna be learning way more in life to really add on to that. But I'm learning a lot about a lot of different, like, I guess you could say religions and stuff right now. And so that's kind of a concept I'm kind of seeing. Like, I kind of don't see heaven and hell as physical locations yet, like as the way that people are imagining them. But I do see them as places where we'll feel God's presence and not, because I've been able to feel that a lot. I feel when God is like really, really close to me, and when he's far, far away from me. But he has never, ever not been with me. He's been with me, but I can sense like the further distance, the distance between us. And that's what I think on this earth we have to get used to, and then we're gonna see if just fit where we fit after. But let me know what you think about that. Comment if you want. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be on YouTube. I'll probably be doing more live, so it'll be easier for you to ask me questions and chat to me over there. So follow on YouTube, and yeah.